Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the Reef Podcast. I am your host, Luis IPA, joined by Kratos here once again. He's still sticking around. I don't know how, but he is. Welcome in, brother.
Welcome, Sharky. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody that celebrates it. And shout out to all the people that celebrated, that are having fun today. I myself had fun a little while ago. It was a little blast. We were celebrating Cinco and also Mama Shark's birthday. So shout out to Mama Shark for her birthday being on Tuesday. So we have an amazing guest with us here today, Savage. So good to see you here. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thank you for joining us on the 32nd episode of the Reef Podcast. I hope you're ready to dive in some questions that we have for you. It's gonna be a fun time. Like I told every guest over here, we basically don't ask anything that has to do with politics, religion, or personal location. So,
Right. Yeah, and I do want to kind of start out by saying, um, when we first set this up,
mhm.
I wasn't even a Twitch affiliate yet or anything. So I was just trying to get more exposure and also get that affiliate status. And now I actually am, and I didn't think I was going to be uh, when it came down to this interview.
Well, I wanted to wish you, on behalf of me and Kratos here and the Reef Podcast itself, congratulations on hitting affiliate recently.
Thank you.
So we're actually gonna start with an introduction. So if you don't mind, Savage, introducing yourself to the listeners out there about yourself and what kind of games do you play. And after your introduction, we're actually gonna move on to the questions. And to everybody that's out here listening, just so you guys know, all you have to do is do Q equals on the keyboard and then your question related to the streamer, and we'll actually ask it at the end of the interview. So Savage, you have the mic.
Alrighty. So I'm Savage. I'm 27 years old. I'm really bad at, explaining myself. But as far as games I play Call of Duty. I'm really into Rust. I
Mm-hmm.
just need to get a little better at it. I play Fortnite only with a couple buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, GTA 5. I actually
Ooh,
beat that game.
that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
all.
Cyberpunk, I tried to do like a whole series kind of on that, but I kind of got a little bored.
I got you. Well, games are always like, fun to do, especially if you actually are enjoying yourself like playing that game. That's what makes it even funner. Like you always want to do something that you enjoy doing. Like if you like The Sims, play The Sims because you know you're gonna have fun playing it. If you like Rust, play it because you enjoy it and you're having fun with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm all about having fun. You can't be serious all the time.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you that are actually listening to us live on Twitch, I wanted to let you guys know that her name is actually on the title. So definitely give her a follow, throw her support. She's an amazing content creator. She just, like I said, recently hit affiliate. And I hope and pray that you're able to reach even higher expectations this year, because it's only going to get better for
Yes.
now. Now that you hit affiliate, it's only going to get better. Trust me. Just keep up with the
Yep. You just
consistency.
gotta keep the grind.
Absolutely. All right. So my first question I have for you today: what made you want to come out with the name Savage for your Twitch streams?
Okay. So honestly, I always liked the name Savage, and I know a lot of people have said, that's not a name. I consider it as a name,
Mm-hmm.
um, but that's more of kind of like a mentality, just almost like just going and getting it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like quote unquote savagely,
Mm-hmm. So,
so to speak.
so you're basically trying to tell me that when you play Rust, when you play Call of Duty, you always try to be a savage where in front of everybody. Like you want to be like, hey, I'll be the one that's gonna destroy everybody out there.
Yes. So Call of Duty is actually easier for me than Rust because Rust is just so strategic.
Hmm.
But Call of Duty, yeah, I try to shoot everybody multiple times, as many times as I can.
Gotcha. So what is your go-to weapon on Call of Duty? Like, is it a sniper? Is it a shotty? What kind of weapon you like?
No, I love snipers,
Hmm.
like more so in real life, but snipers on the game, they're just, I don't have a good time with them.
I got you. So
But I don't really have like a specific gun.
mhm. So you go to snipers. What's the longest sniper shot you've gotten on Call of Duty?
You know, honestly, I don't know because I haven't had good luck with it.
I got you. So you still like on the training with it, basically.
With the snipers, yeah.
Hmm.
And now that I don't have like as high speeds of internet as I used to,
Hmm.
it's just not worth my time.
I got you, got you. All right, so my co-host is actually gonna take the mic now, and he'll ask you a question real quick. Nightmare, you
Yep.
got the mic.
So what actually got you into wanting to do Twitch streaming?
That is actually, I love that question. Um, because I was fresh out of college, I couldn't find a job, and in the midst of that, I played games every chance I got. Um, and then when I didn't have a job, I just had more time to play games. So I was like, well, you know, I don't want to just devote all my time to something that's not making me any money or getting me any more exposure, making me too happy as I want to be. I mean, I love playing games in general.
Hmm.
So someone actually gave me the idea to start streaming. They were like, you need to stream instead of just playing games just to play them all the time. I was like, it might be fun. So I tried it out, and honestly, I love especially the interactions when people come in my stream,
Hmm.
just to be able to talk to different people and communicate so well with them.
Gotcha. That's actually fascinating. I like that. So what I know Nightmare asked you like that what got you into streaming, which it was a good question. So thank you Nightmare for that. Um, what is like your ultimate goal that you want to achieve when it comes to like streaming? I mean, like what is like the one goal that you're like, okay, once I achieve this, I think I basically achieved the biggest victory out there.
I think the biggest goal is broken into two. I want to first off do streaming full time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also want to be someone or be that streamer that everyone knows and that everyone knows is going to make good content or make them laugh or whatever makes their day.
So basically, you put community first before yourself.
Right. Well, when the community is happy, I'm happy.
That's good. That's a good mentality. So, what basically like what is like? Do you have a set schedule when it comes to like streaming, or do you just do it whenever you can?
So, my schedule got a little messed up here lately because my work schedule changed,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually changing back. So, I should be able to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's actually a good schedule. It's actually the same schedule that my co-host here has, which is actually kind of funny. I'm like, oh my god! Like
Nice.
as soon as I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. I know he's gonna say something, but I'm gonna say it before him. But that's awesome though. That's good that you have a dedication. It's always good to follow a consistent schedule when it comes to streaming. I mean, we all over here are content creators, and we know that having a consistent schedule really helps out a lot because your community is able to know when exactly you go live, what time you're doing, and what game you're doing.
Right.
All right, so this is not a streaming related question. It's just to get to know you as a person. So, what is your go-to music when it comes to like before prepping and everything like that? For like when you go live, what's your music that gets you like all hyped up and you're like, okay, I'm ready to take on the day. I'm ready to like nail everything.
Yeah, I think that depends on how I feel, but because I listen to a variety, um, so I may listen to country before I stream, or I may listen to some rap or jazz, or like smooth jazz, not just any type of jazz. There's some smooth jazz on YouTube I turn on. I think that's all my go-tos.
I gotta say, smooth jazz is always my go-to sleep music, honestly, because it's just so relaxing, it's smooth, and it just you basically don't feel no worries at all. Like you feel like you can just relax and go to bed and basically wake up the next day feeling full of energy.
Yeah, well, I feel like you have to be like when playing Rust, that's when I would listen to smooth jazz. Just to get in a smooth, calm mindset. That way I can strategically plan everything in that.
Now, when you play Rust, are you a casual player or are you considered a competitive player that likes to be competitive with it?
I want to be competitive. It's a hard game to really like get good at. But I want to, in the long run, be very competitive. I want to be like one that they call them Rust gods.
That's awesome. So basically, like that's actually one of your goals that you want to achieve in the future. Like you actually want to be recognized for
Yeah.
your skills in Rust.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, Nightmare, you got the mic.
Now, Louis asked you the question about what's your favorite way to prep for your streams. What's your favorite way after your streams to kind of de-stress and relax after that?
Like decompress.
I love that you're bringing light to that because, that is a phase that you go through. Once you're done streaming, you're like, I get it. But depending on what time I stream, like the other night, I didn't stream till like 9 at night. So I just went to bed. And depending on what other things I have to do throughout the day I'll just jump on that, or I may just sit by myself and just listen to whatever music or whatever song pops up first on YouTube.
All right. So what actually goes through your mind when you're about to hit that go live button? Like, do you feel, I know everybody feels nervous every time they hit that go live button, but what goes through your mind? Like, like you're actually like, oh man, I'm excited to stream, or like you get, I know, like I said, me, myself, even all these years that I've been doing it, I still get nervous when I hit that go live button. Just because, I'm like, man, it's exciting because, I know I'm going to be playing my favorite game. I know people are going to come hang out and stuff. So.
Okay, so when I first started, it was a little stressful. I was nerve-wracked and I didn't know, I guess, how anybody was going to perceive, or if I was good enough, or if my content was good enough. So it was really stressful. Now, I love hitting that live button because I want to see who's going to come in, who's going to come talk to me, what are we going to talk about, and, further build those connections. So I'm actually now, I just get super excited.
That's awesome. All right. So, this is actually, like I said, not a streaming question or anything like that, but what is one hobby out there besides streaming that you actually do on your free time besides work? Working. We all have to work, but what is another thing that you do besides streaming?
Personally, I here recently I went on a 2.5 mile hike.
Oh wow!
In one of our state parks. Yeah. I like to do a lot of things outside. A lot of the things I do like to do are outside. I haven't, been able to swim as much as I used to here lately, but a lot of the things I like to do is outside, except for playing games.
Gotcha. For me, I'm, as you can see, we're both actually in the ocean right now, but basically,
I see
before I actually came out from the ocean, Nightmare had to literally use a megaphone from the sand to yell at me and be like, "Hey, get out of the water, bro! What are you doing? Why are you standing in the water?" And all I did was just peek out and be like, "Wait, is it time yet?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's time. Get your ass in here!" And literally, like, I had to come out of the water. So it's a hassle.
It's always that one more lap.
Mm-hmm. It's a hassle to get out of the water, but this guy is basically my backbone over here. Like, he's always the one that always like encourages me, like, hey, if you're enjoying what you're doing, if you're enjoying doing podcast interviews to people of all kinds, keep doing it, man, because it's always fun to get to know people.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're enjoying yourself, and whether you're sharing it with somebody through live stream or just hanging out with somebody doing something you enjoy, it's always a good time. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's more so what I had to, I guess, endure, because it's like, okay, you're not big like you want to be now, but you will get there. And it's just that journey. It's really hard, but that's the journey.
I mean, everybody started somewhere. I mean, for myself, I actually started with a console with no camera, no nothing, just a console, and that's it. And only, like, I started with a PS4, and I had a text-to-speech on the PS4. So every time somebody messaged on the chat, I would hear it and literally, like, reply to them. But my goodness, back then, my resolution for the content that I had was 540p. Not even 720, nothing like that. It was literally all blurry and everything. And everybody's, like you said, everybody starts somewhere. And then as the time went by, I started learning how to do all these things because I got taught by some amazing people on how to do it. And literally, like, now I'm basically where I am right now. And the reason why I started this podcast is because I love interviewing people. Doesn't matter, like you said, Savage, like the small content creators. I mean, they still need to get interviewed, get to know, because I mean, they're still people. I mean, just because I have so many followers doesn't mean that I don't want to be like, hey, I want to interview you because you matter, And basically, that's the main reason why I started this podcast, is because I want to help out not just the big streamers, but also the small streamers need recognition for what they did.
Right. I mean, even once they, some people may not ever get, big, so to speak, but then they still had that interview that made their day or made them feel good.
Oh, 100%. I mean, people remember you whenever, like, you actually interview them or you talk to them. Like, even if you build a connection with them and you actually start engaging with them on their content, you start building that friendship with them. You start getting to know them because they're like, oh, this person comes regular to my content now. I want to get to know them. And that's how you build a connection with the person. So most people nowadays, all they think is like, oh, well, I'll follow you. Can you follow me back? No, I'm sorry. But I mean, it doesn't work like that. You need to actually build a connection with the person first before you actually ask stuff like that. All right. So I'm going to ask real quick. What is your go-to meal for the day?
Meal. I feel like that's almost like music. It's just whatever you feel like. But here lately...
No, but what is, like, one thing, like, you're like, okay, if I have this for every day, I would actually be able to eat it every day?
I think that's shrimp fried rice.
Ooh, that actually sounds really, really good. The reason I said that is because I work at a Asian cuisine restaurant, and my goodness, every time they make shrimp fried rice, chicken fried rice, or anything like that, I'm like, give me some, please. I would like some.
With the egg roll, too.
Ooh. Lobster egg rolls? That sounds delicious, actually.
I usually get the shrimp.
Yeah, the shrimp is good. But, all right, Nightmare, what you got?
Okay, so this one's actually a question from Rocky Buffalo. Who is your favorite streamer?
Oh, boy. You know he's probably watching.
Yeah, he's watching. I'll just say Rocky's my favorite.
Yeah. That's funny.
Now, are you saying that because of the pressure of him watching?
No. I'm saying it because I know it was a funny question coming from him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he's probably gonna be listening to this spot at the end of the stream because, like I said, it's gonna be live later on YouTube and all the platforms. So, I mean, if we just tell him, like, just let him know, like, hey, I did answer your question. If you weren't there, you can listen to it back on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
And then he'll be like, "Oh, you did mention me, yay!" I got a lot of love and respect for the mythical legends. You guys are doing a great job in that Discord. So I want to say keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep being awesome because Casual Shark, I mean, that's another shark streamer that I met a while back that I actually did a collab with, and I felt like we were brothers. I was like, dude, you're my shark brother now. Like, every time you want to do a collab.
Yes.
I mean,
that's literally how it is. That's why I loved being in that Discord so much, because it did bring such a family feel, and everyone is so open, and anybody is always available to play whatever game.
Right. I also want to give a personal shout out to Rio Streaming for allowing us to actually stream on their platform as well, because we actually have it live on Twitch. We have it live on Rio as well, which is amazing. All right. So
awesome.
I think we're actually ready to go to our first commercial break here. So when we get back, we're going to ask you a few more questions, and then we're actually going to ask you, I know this is your first time being here, but I'm letting you know that we actually ask a random out of the blue questions that don't have nothing related to streaming, that are just goofy out of the blue. So I hope you're ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Gotta love how Dish Fish Soapy is just always on cue. And literally every time I hear that commercial, I'm like, okay, I'm reminded I have to go do dishes in my house. Literally, it's like, okay, why does it always happen when I see dishes piled up in my house? Like, come on, man. Right. All right. So this is actually a little trivia that me and my co-host here come up with every time we do a podcast here. So I hope you're ready for these, because these questions, I mean, I know my co-host for a fact, like, he just like shakes his head every time I actually answer my response for this. So anyways, all right.
Are we starting off with that one? Because I need to get the snacks to watch what's about to happen.
No, that's going to be towards the end. Not right now, okay? All right. So, Savage, which superpower out of these two would you rather have? Would you rather have flying abilities or breathe underwater?
Oh, flying abilities, for sure.
Really? And why is that?
Because I feel like I would rather fly to wherever I want to be and not just like trapped in the water.
I personally would like to breathe underwater just because I would love to see, like,
You're a shark.
No, well, not just that, but I mean, but also I would love to actually investigate like the Titanic remains and things like that, like things that underwater that we never are able to see. I would love to actually see all that and be like, hey, here's pictures from the Titanic after it sank all the way down to the floor. Literally, like, just because the ocean is so massive that there's so much to explore that we haven't even explored yet. And that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to. While the air, I mean, yeah, you get to travel anywhere you want to, but I mean, countries and stuff like that. The ocean is a total mystery. What about here, co-host?
It is.
What do you want?
Okay, so which one of these is scarier of a thought for you? Flying sharks or tigers with the ability to breathe underwater?
Gee. Jesus.
Oh man, they're both extremely scary, but I think the tigers being able to breathe underwater would be more scary, because I think that would just lead to even more attacks.
Oh my goodness.
I'd be scared to put my toes in the water.
Well, they're big kitties, they'll be fine.
Oh my goodness. Big kitties.
They don't hurt.
He says big kitties.
Actually, they do, surprisingly.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
I really did.
All right, so this is actually a random question too. Would you rather have 10, uh, 10 unique chatters on your stream, like constantly chat, or 1,000 lurkers?
And unique chatters for sure.
Awesome. And is there a reason why you like 10 unique chatters over 1,000 lurkers?
Yes. Because 1,000 lurkers, they're not in there actually talking to you and making the stream what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a stream built off of connections with people, and not just, if you're lurking, you're 9 times out of 10 not even watching.
Gotcha. I know for a fact when I get lurkers, I mean, I don't mind it because I know they're like busy, like probably doing something on the computer, or they're working, or they're doing stuff around the house, which is understandable. But I mean, I always let them know, like, hey, let me know that you're doing that, so that way at least I acknowledge you and be like, hey, thanks for lurking and everything like that. But I mean, if they don't, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I still appreciate them regardless because they're still there watching at some point out there. All right, what you got?
Yep, and so do I.
What you got, Nightmare?
Okay, so if you go camping, do you like camping in a tent or going in like an RV or camper or cabin, something like that?
I love camping in a cabin. I would like to try the RV thing because I just haven't done it. But I always love doing the cabins.
Interesting.
Tents, I don't feel. First of all, if you don't have a blow-up bed, you're uncomfortable. Because the ground is actually very hard.
All right.
And
oh, go ahead. Sorry. Okay. So oh, that's it. That's all you wanted to ask. I didn't know.
yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
I'm an Army vet, so I'm used to having to sleep on the ground, so it don't matter.
All right. So pineapples on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
It's all about the toppings, Louis.
I do not like pineapples on pizza. Pineapples on pizza do not belong there. Pineapples belong with fruit, not actual pizza.
But what if they made like a fruit pizza?
I'm not gonna eat
It
it.
adds to the flavor.
Nope. I don't care how much people give me. I'm not eating pineapple pizza ever again.
So $1 million, you wouldn't do it.
Nope.
Well, at least you tried it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I tried it, and after that, I was like, not for me. I'm sorry. I'm more like a supreme pizza, pepperoni, like, things like that. But pineapple, you come close to me with that, I'll probably run the opposite way. I'll be like, I don't know you.
So what I understood was wait till he orders his pizza, goes to the restroom, and then you open the can of pineapple and put the pineapple.
Then I'll probably be like, here,
and put it under the cheese.
No, you know what?
Right, you hide it.
If you do that to me, one day we go eat, my adorable freaking co-host here, I'm basically saying the tap is on him. Bye.
Oh, I'll pay it. I don't care.
Because I'm not touching pineapples on pizza. I'm sorry. I'm not. I mean, if you have a fruit salad, yes, I'll eat. But, no. You can basically kiss my butt goodbye. I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere near that thing. All right. So, favorite soda, if you have one.
Root beer.
Really?
Yep.
That's actually new. Most people say Coke, Sprite, Fanta, different things. What about you, Nightmare? Favorite soda?
It's going to sound weird, but it's a specific one. Sangria Senora. It's
Sangrias?
the non-alcohol. It's non-alcoholic sangria soda.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes just like sangria.
I want to ask my co-host here.
Okay, I was about to.
Wait, go ahead.
Sounds like.
Oh, you're cutting up.
I was gonna say it sounds like a wine.
Yeah. It's non-alcoholic soda that tastes just like the wine.
Gotcha. Well, I want to see if my co-host here actually knows my favorite soda. If he doesn't, I know who I'm gonna bonk after this podcast.
I honestly cannot say I do.
Guess who's getting bonk after this?
Oh, I fully expect it, but still, can't say that I do.
Fanta Orange. I'm a big fan
I
of
don't
Fanta.
think we've ever talked about like
You
what our
always
favorite
see me
sodas were.
drinking Fanta orange or water.
I
That's all-
usually see you drinking water.
well, that's on the podcast, but I mean, on general days, I usually drink Fantas. Fanta orange. That's like my go-to drink. That and I started getting used to Sprite Zero, which is not bad. I mean, it's decent. But all right, Nightmare, what you got now?
Okay, so pizza or wings? Which one would you go to first?
Pizza.
Okay, just no pineapples, please. No,
Pineapple.
no,
Pineapples.
no. Don't put pineapples. Okay. All right.
Pineapple and olive, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay, if you could meet any celebrity out there from the U.S., actor, Twitch partner, anybody like that, who is it? And give us a little explanation about that person.
Um, hmm. I think I really like NASCAR. My favorite driver is Chase Elliott, so I would just say I would like to meet him. Just, he's my favorite driver. I love racing in general,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the conversation would be amazing, even just more talk in depth about racing.
So you're saying that if we have him as a guest here, we can bring you on board so you can meet him in person.
Yes.
Because I mean, sometimes sometimes we actually do miracles here on the podcast, and we actually try to bring like a person that with their favorite thing, and they're like, oh my gosh, you actually did it. Like they're all like, holy cow, what in the world? And we just love making people's days, like when it comes to stuff like that, and that's something we really plan on doing soon, because we want to be able to like cheer you guys up, like when it comes like to having your favorite person or favorite just favorite general things. All right, so I'm about to ask the question that my co-host had said that he was gonna get ready for. I think he's getting the chips ready here. Yep, he got the chips. 'Cause he's ready. All right, so are you a breakfast person? Like, do you eat breakfast?
I sometimes do and sometimes don't.
Okay, do you eat cereal?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay,
Very rarely now.
okay. Do you prefer to put the cereal first and then the milk, or the milk first and then the cereal?
Um, I haven't ever thought about it, so I always naturally put the cereal in and then put the milk in.
Well, you're talking to somebody that's actually the opposite of that.
Of course.
I put the
And
milk
now you
first.
see why I grabbed the snacks.
I put the milk first and then the cereal. Yes, that is me.
We cannot figure out what kind of monster he is. We don't know. We've tried to get
Doesn't like
answers.
pineapple on
Nothing.
pizza.
Wait, so I'm a monster shark. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't even know if it counts as a shark anymore doing that.
You guys are the monsters for liking pineapples on pizza. Okay? That's unheard of. All right.
Hey, at least we put milk in after our cereal.
All right. So, final question. You're in the forest and you have no like baseball bats, nothing like that. Like no weaponry. And you have to go back home. And like there's no cars, nothing like around there. There's two paths to your house, to your home. If you go the left path, you'll find one bear-sized goose on the way there that you have to pass through. Would you take that path, or will you take the other path that has 100 goose-sized bears?
So both paths have bears.
Well, one actually has a bear-sized goose. So basically,
okay.
it's a goose the size of a bear.
Yeah.
And then the other one
I'll
has
take my chances with the goose.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably can easily choke it, and then you'll be done with it. But
And then I could just go home.
yeah, we still have to try this theory, but I haven't yet because I haven't seen any geese around. But a previous guest that we had here a while back, right around the time I started, they said that if you point a green laser pointer at the geese's feet, it terrifies them and it makes them run the opposite way from you. And
I think clapping also scares them away.
clapping?
Yeah, if you clap
It
really
does
loud.
not work. It does
Does
not
it?
work.
Clapping.
Especially if, and I've seen this happen, especially if you run up and poke one of the babies. Mama Goose will come chasing after you. It does not matter what you do.
That's why
I'm sure.
that's why I want to try the laser pointer to the feet, because that's at least you can be a few feet away from it and just point at his feet and then see if it works. Because if that works, I'm telling you that right now, I will make sure to videotape that and post that all over social media and be like, hey, it works. Thanks to whoever
Yeah.
said this, because no, don't get me wrong, geese are evil. They're terrifying.
They are.
Ducks are evil too, man. Oh,
Who?
ducks and geese.
No,
Oh,
I think geese are
Yeah.
evil. Ducks, I don't have a problem with. Ducks, I can actually hold and they'll be okay with me. But geese, no. Sir.
I will fully admit that is the biggest phobia I have is geese and ducks.
Okay, I'm gonna note that in my notes so that way when I see you in person, I'll bring you a freaking duck and I'll be like, here you go, have fun with him. I'll make sure to lock you in that room.
That'll be when you see the flying shark. Just Louis just flying around, not even knowing what happened.
All right, so is there anybody out there that you would like to give a final shout out to that you can think of?
I think I just want to shout out everyone in the Mythical Legends Discord as well as the Discord because they're all amazing and legendary because we're all legends.
Absolutely, we're all legends in our own way, and it's always unique to find that. I want to personally shout out you for being here and actually being part of this episode, because without you guests being part of these, the podcast would never existed, and I'm forever thankful for the time that you guys take to actually get interviewed. It has been amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, and I do also like to have a Slim Jim before I stream, so maybe everyone should try that.
No, Slim Jim. I remember those. And just so you guys don't forget, if you missed the episode of the live broadcast that we had today on Twitch and Rio, give us a listen on our platforms that we have: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I could take all day naming everywhere that we're actually at, but by all means, listen to us. And Nightmare has something to share here, so I'm gonna give the mic here to Nightmare. Nightmare, take it away.
So we have also added the ability, guys, if you are listening on a phone on any of the platforms, you guys can actually send us fan mail through a text message. I've already tested it. It works. All you guys got to do is give us feedback, whether it's good, what you liked, what you don't like, what you would like to see us change, anybody you'd like to see us get on. Also, anybody who sends fan mail for the next episode, we will pick one of you guys to give a shout out to, read your message, and that way you guys also get a shout out without having to fully come on. If you guys don't want to interview as well, you guys still have a chance to get a shout out on here.
Absolutely. I mean, and the good thing, guys, is that I'm gonna let you guys know this. I know it says that you can leave us like a message or whatever through the phone, but you don't have to worry. Your phone doesn't actually get fully revealed. It's just the 4 last digits of your number. That's all you basically get revealed from that, and then you leave us a comment. I know he said that we're gonna select one, but if we have a good bit of them, I would not mind reading those at the end of the podcast episode, because all you guys that are listening from all over the world deserve the recognition for what you did, and you guys have been amazing with the downloads when it comes to like having it on Spotify, Amazon Music, on all the amazing platforms. So thank you guys. Thank you, Savage, for taking the time here. It's been amazing. We hope to line up a future interview with you too, part 2. Maybe when you hit partner, that'll be amazing, because we always love interviewing people that basically are affiliates or non-affiliates, and then or they go from non-affiliate to affiliate. Then when they become partners, we're like, hey, we want to know how the experience was. Like, how do you feel about this? Because it's amazing. I mean, we actually interviewed somebody by the name of Big Will last year, and he was affiliate last year, and now he's basically partnered, which is amazing. And
Oh,
and
yeah.
and basically like, you know, we're gonna interview him later this year, and we're gonna talk about like his experience of how it was, how it made him feel. We just love seeing that. We love seeing you guys succeed at this on this platform of Twitch or YouTube, whatever platform you're streaming. So, Savage, from the bottom of my heart, good luck with your journey. We hope, like, you know, to see you keep succeeding and keep being amazing.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Not a problem. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you in 3 weeks. As always, today's episode of the Reef podcast was streamed live on Twitch. If you could not make it to the live stream of the podcast, you can always listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and iHeart Radio. Thanks for listening. See you next time.